Last time on the Return of Freddy.
Super cancer.
What?
You have barbecue pork sandwich perfection.
Ron.
Put it down. Oh, you got
Stripper animatronics. Tyler Kitty broke up.
Psych! I lied! These drugs are mine!
Hello, this is Gravity Without Context, and I'm here with my friends reading The Dirt and the Shits. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Yo ho hoi, yo ho hoi, yo ho hoi hoi.
It's your boy Ultra of Toro Productions, and we are here reading The Dirt and the Shit. And next up after me is...
Hello everyone, this is Robin9309, the fan of Steel, and if you remember last video, I was Doofenshmirtz.
Nobody cares. And?
Hi, bitches. This is me, Floppy. That's all you're gonna get.
Okay. So today we are reading the Return to Freddy's novel. I mentioned it in the last video.
Roll the
That
arcade.
But we would be reading the novel, if you can even call this a novel. This is very.
This is a fan fiction. This ain't even a fan fiction. This is
This,
This
Um,
is
Like
The Dirt
bottom
and
of the
Shit.
barrel deviant art fan fiction.
oh, and it is written by Tyler Ahlstrom or something.
And his imaginary friend, Yin Koye.
And his other imaginary friend.
his
No.
insanity.
So,
to be precise.
if you remember last time, I made an iceberg video based on this bullshit. Didn't really get into too much into the lore because this this book exists, and oh boy, do I have a good cringy treat for you.
Are you calling this a book, Nathan?
No, I'm not. No, it's bullshit.
It's a book
Well-
of technicality, and that's it. I refuse to
Wait,
call
with
it a
it-
book.
Without further ado, let's start reading. The Return to Freddy. The Dreadful Truth. Life is nothing but a butterfly's dream.
This ain't no dream, this is a fucking nightmare. That's what it is.
Chapter 1.
Are we sure this isn't about a different Freddy?
On March 25th of 1942, there was a secret Japanese government facility located on the other side of the world called Gilbert Facility.
Caillou's
Godzilla crush it!
It's really be called Gilbert.
Caillou's cat.
Gilbert Gottfried Facility.
Send those fuckers into the stratosphere!
It was a hospital that held a secret project that was meant to save people from a severe super cancer.
That must be what.
Super cancer.
That must
Save people from a severe super cancer that was contagious.
That must be what
No,
Kryptonians die from.
contagious.
I'm pretty sure that's explains this entire franchise.
Yeah.
Yes, it
He
does.
wants to
There
die of
was-
super cancer.
There was sadly no cure.
What the hell is that? Tumors!
However, on May of 1942, they had the idea of transferring one's soul from one body to an object or mechanism of any kind of their choosing.
Mm.
So they labeled it as the Save the Kids Project.
What?
Is that-
No
It's
sense
Derek
already.
Savage and Tyler Ahlstrom working together.
No, I have a theory.
I'm curious.
I have a theory.
It sounds like his dirty word.
Derek Savage is Tyler Ahlstrom's estranged father.
No.
Wait, wasn't his father arrested for blowing up computers?
What?
Anyways, they had their technical engineers make some high-tech mechanical robots that was hopefully able to handle a human soul. In 1942,
What an
this is
astounding product!
Hi, welcome to Astounding Products. I'm your host, the guy in the sweater who asks all the obvious questions. Now,
1942 technology. Oh my god.
1942.
So they label 3 patients that had the disease were ever so willing to be part of the project and signed up for it. The 3 patients, patient 20, patient 48, and patient 69, were sent to the where the soul transfer would be in pursuit. Soul transfer would be in pursuit.
I'm still hung up on 69. That's the only funny part
Are
of this
they
entire book.
still running
That was one of the parts I edited.
to make
Okay,
this
so that's
a little
not
more
in.
enjoyable?
That's not in the book.
No.
No.
But soul transfer be in pursuit. Grammar.
Yeah, we're in hot pursuit.
Being pissed.
They were strapped onto the hospital bed for safety precautions. Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, they might get up and start eating the pillow again.
And were
Hospital
knocked
pillows are
up
expensive.
with a shot so that they wouldn't feel anything during the process.
Yeah, it's called morphine.
You know, I feel like they threw away their shot with this one.
Oh, did. Unlike Sean here.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
As they
Yeah,
put
totally.
the metal soul extractor tube on all 3 of their hearts and brains, the energy from their body began to drain as the soul began its transfer.
Wait a minute. They have 3 hearts and souls and brains inside of each of them?
Just 3 patients, you dumbass!
Tyler was the dumbass here, not me.
No, you're pretty dumb. Their heart rate began to drop fast and went straight onto a flat line. Right when the scientists thought the test was unsuccessful, the robots began to awaken and talk.
Just say they died already.
Plot twist, they
Test
actually
was
did.
successful, and the 3 patients have been saved from the super. Having patient 20 in Fairy Tale Tie, that's just an insert for Tyler's persona.
Yeah,
Patient
we know.
48 put in Fairy Tale Polly, and patient 43 in Fairy Tale Sally. However, they didn't want this to happen to the 3 patients. They wanted them to have their organic forms rather than living in metal bodies. Then what the fuck was the point of the whole experiment?
Yeah.
I have a real question here. Why would you choose to put your body inside an ugly-looking animatronic robot when you can have it inside a mecha war machine to, I don't know, win World War II, which is when it was happening in 1942?
This was before the atomic bomb. This is
So,
like,
It was still after Pearl Harbor.
yeah. What the fuck?
So they were in the middle of
How
a war, and they
But there was no other choice they had. There was a liquid antidote they were working on, but they feared it would make the virus worse than it already was, so they didn't bother running tests with it just yet. It was called Code Radslut.
Oh, the silly gamer Bowser juice.
Radslut!
You took the words out of my mouth. Next time, let me make a joke.
On January 4th of 1943...
Let me say something about this Tyler Ahlstrom. The She-Hulk writers are better than you.
No, he's on the She-Hulk.
That's kind of harsh, Connor.
Yeah, the She-Hulk.
I'm serious. They write their show is ass, but they write better than him for some reason. I never thought.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He was probably only like 15 or 16.
I wrote better stories at 15 and 16.
We all have.
That's not the plug! That's...
On January 4th of 1943, the owner of the Gilbert facility was very ill. Eli, the son of Gilbert, was there with his father, who later passed away from old age.
No, it was from the Super Ebola.
Before his death, Gilbert said he had wanted to live on for eternity, so that he would be there as people were being saved from the virus. You mean super cancer?
Wait a minute, cancer's not a virus.
I'm sorry.
We don't even have a cure for cancer, so...
No, I'm sorry. This isn't as bad as... No. This is worse than the writers of WandaVision.
So Eli had an idea. It would use the soul transporter that they invented a year ago on his father, and had the scientists working at Gilbert facility help him make a machine that would provide energy like no other and keep him mech robots.
Real question though, if these are supposed to be a Japanese scientist, who the heck is Gilbert?
That's not a Japanese name.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Up and running so that the 3 patients and many others would stay alive and not shut down. On July 17th of 1943, the machine was finished at last. They had the father's body put onto the hospital bed, and the machine hooked up to a bunch of computers and monitors, putting as much knowledge, power, and energy into the machine as possible. They wouldn't tell whether this would work or not, since the father was already dead. What the
This makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense.
This makes no sense whatsoever.
They just didn't care!
It's the return of Freddy. But suddenly, the machine was activated on its own. Had a voice, a mind of its own. It was beautiful creation they had accomplished.
No, I'm sorry.
Are we sure this isn't just the turkey machine from Thanksgiving 3?
Here we go!
What? Master online! Sector 1, plug zone. Plugging complete. Sector 2, stuffing zone. Stuffing complete. Sector 3, roasting zone. Ejecting turkey.
I think it is.
Probably is.
It's just Frankenstein, but
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. This ain't no MCU Disney project writing. This is worse than Nostalgia Critic.
that's an
On
insult to
September of
nostalgia.
1943, the open facility had received a call from America. Aren't you at war with them?
America.
Yeah, you're in Japan. Shouldn't you be at war?
The person behind the line had a very unsettling voice.
My name is Steve Bloom. I've been a voice monkey for...
Shut up, Steve Bloom!
As if he was looking into an inside job, he asked about the machine and its power and what it would cost to purchase such a device from them. Eli said that it wasn't for sale, and have a nice day. As Eli hung up, he felt uncomfortable with the person he was just talking onto the phone with.
In America! You mind if I read this next part?
When Eli hung up on the head boss of the mafia drug house, he was pissed. He wore a big red trench coat, blue jeans, and a white fedora. He told the gang, "Pack your bags. You're going to Japan."
Pack your bags.
As the gang members packed their bags and booked a flight I don't think you can get a one-way flight to fucking Japan in 1943.
No, you couldn't because you would be shot down before you even got there.
Mm-hmm.
They had devices on their own that they had created that would disguise any weapons and metal objects as safe anonymous objects. This is 1943, you fucking...
I hate this.
Fucking pains in this. It's just...
in, and I already hate it.
Chapter 2.
We're already at the second chapter.
Japan.
Chapter.
In Japan, when the flight landed, the gang tracked down where the cellular communications were coming from.
Cellular?
And headed towards the phone call's location. He called Ellie and gave him a warm, welcoming message before he would strike. As he called, Ellie picked up the phone. Ellie asked who was calling. And Allison replied with, "Hey buddy, it's me, remember?
You declined my offer, and it was going to be millions. Something that would be worth using to upgrade your tech, but instead, I'm left with a decline. You know how much I hate the offers that are declined."
Then Allison hung up and sent his team of gang members in the this is horrible.
Very, very horrible. No, I'm sorry. This ain't even nostalgic anymore. This is
the gang used the
this is Super Mario Logan levels of bad.
That's an insult to Super Mario Logan.
Hello?
Would you look at it? If it isn't my twin brother Junior. How's it going, bruv?
Oh, well, Dad said my twin brother was coming and I've never met you before, so what's your name?
Name's Nigel, but not like the Thornberries.
The gang used the tech that they had to shut off all the lights in the Gilbert facility. As Eli was just about to escape the office funnel transporter door shut on him and locked him in. Totally not 1943 levels of technology.
No, this is definitely technology they could never make in 43. I thought Captain America was kind of far-fetched.
The narrator walks up to the window of the office and stares at Eli deep into his eyes with despair. Eli panics as he starts pounding his fists on the windows and door, but it was no use. The narrator says,
No one declines a good offer. So, as a thank you for dragging my ass down here, I'll take what will rightfully be mine. Have fun dying alone like Tyler Ahlstrom. I'll be sure to send a goodbye gift by shutting down your facility and your project to save everyone.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I am not following this anymore. What the heck?
What is this bullshit?
As toxic gas starts to release from the air vents, in the office and being trapped in there, Eli finds it harder and harder to breathe. As he screams for help, no one can hear him since the building was evacuated and several scientists were shot to death.
Oh, what a cool eating!
He's basically just Walter Whiting them.
Pretty much.
Their eyes being minced? Their eyes being minced?
Probably at this point, but it looks like.
And bodies being hung for the world to see. What?
What is this? I've lost track of where we are.
Eli's vision blurs.
I remember correctly, Joel. I think we're still in Japan.
Eli's vision blurs out as his heart slowly stops and drops to the floor dead. As the gang walks out the doors of the Gilbert facility, Allison finds an interesting anecdote.
Facility, we're in Sicilia. Wait, Sicilia.
Sicilia. I fucked up saying facility and I just ran with it.
Sicilia. Great ass.
It was labeled code Radsla with description that said an antidote being run for tests that is supposed to cure super cancer virus. Super cancer.
Just Justin and Japanese are all dead.
But has side effects like itchy throat, lightheadedness,
90% mortality.
not 90% mortality. Where's the other 10?
Well, the other 10.
How is somebody 90% and more? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Can you still get killed?
That's not what 90% mortality means. It means 90% you're gonna die.
And loss of sperm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you're really gonna lose the sperm.
Okay.
That means no children for you.
The 90% immortality made him want to take it. And he did, putting in his coat pocket. The gang escaped on time before the police had arrived to investigate the crime scene. As the gang headed back to the airport a week later to fly back to America, Allison decided to quickly drink half of the Code Ratsla bottle, leaving half the bottle left just in case.
Still question though, why would it be police if it's a Japanese facility during World War II being attacked by American mobsters?
Certainly the whole fucking army would be hunting your ass down.
Yes, because your nation is at war with the nation that you just attacked, but I'm still caught up on why is it called Gilbert Facility?
That's not even a Japanese name.
No,
it's obviously Gilbert got
not even the Japanese respect Tyler Ahlstrom.
In America!
Now that the gang had a hold of the machine, they now had full control over the business. They wanted to make loads of money. And they had an idea to run business known as Fast Bear Inc. What?
Why?
It's
Where
just a
does
money
that
laundering
come
scheme.
from?
They wanted to make Fazbear Inc. a manufacturing facility where they made animatronics of their own and create businesses across America that were for children's entertainment. You're a drug mafia!
The drug.
But
The tiger
But this
mafia.
wasn't for kids. This was for money. And this was easy money for Allison and the gang to make. I don't think pizzerias or children's entertainment make that much dick.
I mean, just look at Chuck E. Cheese.
Apparently,
They're going
animatronics in
downhill.
the 1940s were absolutely crap, anyways. So,
On October 3rd of 1943, they created their first children's location called Goldie Para Diner.
What?
Goldie Para Diner. It's in fine print there.
who's Goldie?
Where they had an animatronic talking gold bear and a gold bunny. They were specially designed suits that Allison liked to call spring lock suits. Both animatronic and suit for person to fit inside.
I thought in the actual FNAF lore, those things weren't made till like the 70s.
Yeah. As weeks went by, the narrator's greed grew stronger and stronger. He put up a for hire sign for Fazbear Inc. And quite a lot of people were hired that day. Weeks went by. The narrator's greed strong. Fuck!
Narrator, no, you can't do this.
On October 19th, 1943, an entertainer known as Green Jester, or his real name,
His real name is what?
It's the green guy. It's the fucking green guy.
That's his name.
Was one of those people who were able to take the job as both Goldie Para Diner and Fazbear Inc. He is a full-time working father with a loving wife and two children. A very close friend of Blonde's named Vincent was a slacker when it came to jobs. A few days after Vincent got the job at Fazbear Inc., Gron and Vincent were talking and slacking off on the job as Allison was stalking and secretly watching above in the balcony in disappointment and anger.
And anger.
When things don't go his way, he gets this urge to force control upon those who don't behave. Several other employees were slacking off as well, and breaks were certainly not allowed in Fazbear Inc.
No one's taken a break at the Krusty Krab since the Chum Famine of '59. Now, what were you saying?
He took a break.
Oh no.
Oh no, so they work till they die.
Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro. The Freddy Fazbear. The Freddy Fazbear's hanging about the show.
Freddy Fazbear shot himself.
Don't behave, have two chances. Break one chance, you get dragged by the other gang members behind a secret wall that lies a horrible dark secret of slavery enforcement. Break two
That's
chances,
illegal.
you get fucked into one of the torture suits and die from head to toe. Oh, I didn't know you can just die in your toes. As the sharp knives and needles stab every part of your body, draining your blood and organs and inside and out, using it as fuel to power up torture suits. Well, at least I was right about that one entry.
pizza toppings?
Did you say flashlight?
Yes, your edgy flashlight. Sharp knives and needles that. Oh, wait. Well, no. Giving them a new torturous life of pain and suffering.
I'll
Okay.
call my lawyers.
It's not. It's literally the same as a Springlock suit, but like
stupid.
edgier. Luckily for Gron and Vincent, they got a free pass to justice once. But as for the others, most of them were sent behind the wall that lies dark secrets beyond Fazbear Inc. Gron and Vincent were not aware of what lied behind this wall, or even its existence. On October 29th, 1943, Gron and Vincent
Leave
were
1943 already.
A little suspicious. He's a little... I don't know, Walt. He's been kinda sus lately.
Among Us.
Their curiosity got out of control, and Gron and Vincent started to quietly and stealthily follow Vincent. The narrator was looking around in paranoia as if he felt like he was being watched, or
By the imposter. Dun 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 dun. Dun.
Gron's. I got hair in my throat.
Stream
Gron saw the pattern he put into the brick wall, and the wall opened with a long set of stairs going down. The wall closed behind Allison. Gron and Vincent went up to the wall and implemented the same passcode their boss had put in. As well, opened the door, or they quietly walked down the stairs that was covered in dry, thick red liquid that they could only assume was blood of
No,
fucking
it's red
gore.
slushies.
Yeah, that's what it is.
As they got... it's a famous line! As they got to the last set of stairs, they peeked behind the wall without being seen and saw something they'll never forget. They saw the lives of many being enslaved, whipped, beat up, and forced to work as the cries of many echo across the stairs. They were forced to worship this false idol called the torture device that they saw was under construction and being forced to work on. Good fucking God.
Right.
Good fucking God. As Gron and Vincent ran up the stairs, Allison heard the metal stairway sounds. Gron and Vincent quickly headed to floor 11, where the machine was located, and tried their best to sabotage the machine to where it would stop making torture suits built for slavery and torture. Okay.
Okay, what is this?
Where's the health inspector when you need them?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
As Gron and Vincent damaged the machine, it would seem as if it stopped, but without them really realizing, they only made it worse and corrupted the AI. Gron and Vincent went back to floor 11 and saw Allison standing across them with anger.
Stranger things have happened.
As Allison ran towards them, trying to kill them, Gron and Vincent ran towards the other direction where the exit was located. They left the building, locked the door, and barricaded it. The narrator... Are you gonna do narrator or Allison?
Make up your bloody mind.
You're so damn inconsistent, boy.
Pounded the door, yelling at them. And as Gron and Vincent ran away, they heard screams, the sound of blood splatter, and flesh being ripped. How do you hear that from outside when other people be able to hear that? You rest real quick.
No, you don't get it. There's nobody there. It's like if a tree falls in a forest and no one's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound.
You know something? Alex just doesn't get it. This isn't a shitty novel. It's an operating table. And we're the surgeons.
No, we're not the surgeons. We're the patients being operated on by this stupid story.
From that day forward, they only found out they were working for a monster doing the devil's deed. No fucking shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
The narrator, however, remained alive and controlling the torturous beasts that roamed the facility of Fazbear Inc. On November 5th of 1943, 3 employees who worked at Fazbear Inc. accidentally sent off a shipment of 2 animatronics to Golden Parrot Diner. The 2 extra suits soon arrived at the doorstep of Golden Parrot Diner, and the owner of the location was confused about the delivery and opened the package. You just send costumes in the mail or like animatronics in the mail. It's just USPS.
USPS, Royal Mail.
You can receive animatronics in the mail. I, for some reason, can't get my copy of Metroid Prime Remastered.
Shut up. He didn't make an order and saw that the blueprints for the 2 suits were completely different. These weren't Springlock suits. There was something completely different, and he didn't know of. So, safety precautions.
You know what kind of animatronics these are?
They're torture suits. They put the 2 extra suits down as Golden Frankfurt and Golden Kitty Fazcat.
No.
I hate that name, Frankfurt.
And in a hidden bunker underground where no one could find them.
Bunker.
Except anyone working there. The suits will be checked out soon, and he said that as he closed the latch and covered it with a rug. With a fucking rug!
A rug? Seriously? Not wooden boards or some shit, but a rug?
Asshole.
Hello, we are sealing up the safe room with a rug.
The 3 employees back at Fazbear Inc. went to floor 9 out of curiosity and investigated why their boss put the floor 9 as off limits. They opened the door and heard it creaked open. There was webs and dust everywhere.
I hate dust. I don't want it building up in my home.
And in front of their 3 eyes lied 3 torture suits.
The imposter, guys.
The Beast, Torture Buster, and Torture Saber, Werewolf animatronic. Go fuck yourself.
It's a pen to write it down. Words to save this world.
The boss, narrator, Allison, stop!
Be consistent.
Checked the cams and saw the 3 employees in floor 9. The 3 employees saw meat cleavers. The 3 employees saw meat cleavers, hooks, chains, knives, slaughter equipment. Be more specific. Dead corpses. Oh boy, that's what you've been eating. And then turned around to see Allison standing in front of them. I thought, Sean.
Oh.
Sean.
Right. I thought I said this room was off limits. Did you really think you were gonna get away with this? It's my factory. My rules. And you can play by my rules.
You stupid son of a bitch.
One of the 3 employees said, "I'm sorry, please let us go. I have kids to feed. We won't go into this room again. We swear on our life we won't tell anyone." Ahlstrom replied with,
Well, I'll go look up something because I want to say something instead of.
Bet on it.
Ahlstrom grabbed a rusty metal pipe off the ground and abused them with it to the point where they were bruised severely and blood running down their nose and mouth.
What is this? Like someone's fetish?
Keep your fetish away from me!
You know, I wouldn't be surprised.
He abused them with the metal rod. Oh, and the stream is glitching again because I can't handle this amount of cringe. Whoa. Guys, did you see a nutcracker glitch on the screen, or was it just me?
No, I saw it too.
Joel, did you see it?
Nuts.
Nathan, did you see it?
Nuts.
I'm blue, I've been deed, I've been died, 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 I've been deed, I've been died. I'm blue, I've been deed, I've been died, 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 I've been deed, I've been died.
The 3 employees were foolish enough to go into the 3 torture suits labeled the Slaughter Crew. Oh, you haven't been here before?
No.
And thought that they could fight back using the metal torture suits. They were wrong and failed to notice that when they couldn't move, Ahlstrom could do nothing but laugh and grin evilly. One of the 3 employees said, "I'm stuck! Get us out of these things!" Ahlstrom replied with,
You dumb asses. When a person enters its torture suits, it automatically deploys torture mode, meaning you're not getting out!
Hold on.
You're not getting out anywhere.
See this button here? I'm gonna press it.
Then I went to
I'm gonna
Buffalo.
watch as you die.
Very classy.
Scream and moan my name, and I'll watch as your family loses you and wonders why you never came home for a warm meal. I'll watch as your family wonders why you never came back home to say goodnight to your children. Goodbye, fools. It was a shame it had to come to this. Breathe.
No.
As Ahlstrom presses a button, one of the employees yell, "Damn you!" as the torture suit shoves and stabs knives and needles from head to toe, draining every bit of blood in their bodies, using it as fuel. They screamed and cried as Ahlstrom watched them die until he heard nothing more come out of their mouths. On December 23rd, 1943...
Of course, it's still 1943. Probably the only year it's set in.
Ron was going to take his wife and 2 kids to Golden Para Diner as an early Christmas celebration for the kids. Gron got into the car, and while he was buckling the seatbelt, his wife Linda yelled Gron's name, and Gron looked to see a car charging right towards them at high speed.
What?
Look out for this train!
High speed.
Crashing their car, the impact was severe, and the damage to the family was near death. Allison stepped out of his car and walked up to Gron while he was knocked up and said in his ear,
Wait, what?
"You'll learn from this and learn not to fuck with me and my business ever again." Sorry, Sean.
Wait a minute. It should say knocked out, right? Not up.
He's horny.
Moving on. Allison decided to then run away back to Fazbear Inc. and wear a new spare clothing so that evidence of him being a part of the crash wasn't there. Oh, you don't think there'd be witnesses? People that will know what you like, you stupid fuck?
Yeah, stupid.
This is
This is poorly
stupid.
written.
No fucking shit. And this in water is wet.
No, it's not though.
Then what? The neighbors then walked outside and saw the damage. Contacting 911, the ambulance soon arrived, bringing them to the emergency room.
Did you say
Allison saw this happen and wasn't about to allow Gron's life to go back to the way it was. So he sent one of his gang members to be a hitman and cause some more damage to Gron's life. That doesn't really make sense.
I'm sorry, what's the logic in this? Because my brain can't handle any more of this.
No, I'm sorry. This is none of the compared to the anything I said. This is the equivalent writing equivalent of a Star Wars sequel trilogy film.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Let's see it get worse.
Star Wars sequel trilogy film.
You know, believe it or not, this people consider this the better part of the story. When the ambulance arrived at the hospital and got into the emergency room, the doctors were falsely called out to another patient for another doctor to take over the procedure. The gang member's hitman then entered the room disguised as a doctor. How are people gonna not notice that? Hey, this guy doesn't work here.
Hey, I don't know you.
Every man for himself. Every help they can get, whatever. I don't know.
The gang member's hitman then entered the room. This guy says, wait, no. He walked up to Gron and looked at him for the longest time. He then said, "You should never become a part of Fazbear Inc. family." He then walked over to Linda's life support, stared back at Gron, then ripped the cord, shutting every bit of life Linda had left in her.
Not how that works, but okay.
Gron saw a glimpse of this happen. He was opening his eyes and yelled,
It's like that scene in Star Wars Episode 3.
Or Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock. We should use the Doc Ock clip.
as he broke down in tears, seeing his life falling apart one chunk at a time. The hitman ran to Gron, knocked him up, and by hitting him across the head with his handgun.
He said it again. He wrote it again.
The hitman then snuck out of the building. The job was done. One of the real doctors returned to the room, finding the life support deactivated and called for medical attention for the patients. Immediately, several doctors then headed over to the room to assist. A day later, December 24th, it took you a fucking day to figure this shit out.
It was Christmas, man.
A day later, whatever. Gron woke from his sleep on the hospital bed. The doctors looked at him as he awoke and sighed with disappointment. One of the doctors came up to Gron and said,
Gron, we're afraid we have some bad news. We
I
tried
like
everything, but we tried everything we could to stabilize your wife, but she's gone. I'm sorry.
Gron break down crying as Gron got up, he went towards his dead wife on the hospital bed and kissed her hand in tears. Oh, you're kissing a corpse! And kept whispering, I'm sorry, to his wife and children. The other doctor then stood up and said, we're going to have to send your youngest child to a foster family.
Why?
What?
He's still alive.
Wait, what?
Do the same for your oldest since he's at the age where he can make his own decisions. We can't force that with the age that he's in.
What is this?
So we just forgetting the father is still alive, or? 'Cause that's not how foster care works, man.
We can't force We can't force that with the age he's in. The youngest child then got up, hugged his father Gron, and said, I love you, Daddy!
I get it. I get it.
The Shrek one.
To the roar!
The doctor then held the youngest child's hand and walked him to the new family he was being sent to. That fast?
The Aftons.
That fast.
The youngest child looked back at his father as he was walking with the doctor, and he waved goodbye. You little prick.
Mm-hmm.
The oldest child then made a choice. He was going to stay with his father. He loved him too much to just let him go.
If you love me, let me go.
They were safe to return back to their home, since they are in a good enough condition to do so. So Gron, the oldest child, got into a taxi and went home.
Of course they did.
Of course.
Gron then decided. Oh, I can't talk today.
I think that's a good thing.
Gron then decided to give his oldest child an early Christmas present. As the oldest child opened the present, he looks to see the hat that Gron used to wear. A ridiculous, he misspelled ridiculous.
Radic.
You ridiculous some bitch.
Red Dead Redemption.
As ridiculous of a present it was, he appreciated it and cherished it and smiled. Okay.
What did he get? Wait a minute. Is this a novel? Is this a story? Or is this the little baby's ice cream commercial?
My little babies. Wait, what?
No.
I eat little babies.
And how I shine.
Red guy, we should punch this thing.
Pores are so clean and clear. I eat little babies. It keeps me young.
Eat little babies?
Light on my
Oh no.
spring from activity.
I mean, she's looking like she's eating little babies.
I love it, life. When you eat little babies, you'll wink and nod and hug and high-five each other.
That pause
Great
between
enthusiasm.
those two
This is a
phrases.
special time. Little
No,
babies,
this is not a special time.
ice cream is a feeling.
If it's gonna make me turn white, and
if ice cream is a feeling, I don't want to feel
if it's
it.
gonna make me change my race to this ice cream creature, then I don't want to eat any of that.
Ron smiled as well. As the day turned to night, it was about time to head to bed. Gron and his son all talked up fast asleep and kisses his forehead. Gron couldn't bear to have his child see his own father in such a horrible state of condition.
You mean Freddy Fazcat?
He didn't want his child to see his own father in so much pain, physically and mentally. So Gron wrote a little note for his son to read, and it said, "Dear Charles, Daddy won't be home for a long time. I did some things, and that I did some things that I can't exactly explain to you since you're too young to understand. I'm sorry, my little one. I will be back soon. Your Daddy." So I guess he just went to Costco for milk.
And never came back.
Or no, he just went pretty fast for his pizza.
No, he went to a milk to get it. He went to Ohio.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, he went to Ohio Costco to get the milk. That's why.
No, he went
Okay,
The
that makes
oldest
sense.
son, Charles, didn't know what to. They didn't know what to. The oldest son, Charles, didn't know what to do alone. He only knew so much, but he wasn't ready for this. He then stood up, realized for a few seconds, and heard a voice in his head. Charles heard whispering all in his head. He had a familiar voice. It all sounded like his mother. He slowly looked towards last open gift box. He slowly opened it, and the whispers grew louder and louder.
Open the box.
Tyler Ahlstrom, let me tell you something. If I ever meet you, the first thing you're going to hear for how bad this is, and you've subjected me to this torture by your writing, you'll be hearing this. This will be the first thing you hear from me.
No, allow me, Connor.
Okay, Dylan, we're recording, didn't he?
But you're not even whistling the right thing.
Yeah, I know what you're with. Anyways.
Gas Station Tweaker, or GST, is someone who tokes up on gas station life yet gets the wrong kind of high.
The cool gas station the kids project.
Greg Brooks Pizza was shut down.
谁还有中国，现在我有冰淇淋。
A breastfeeder.
I'm trying, but I can't move my body.